Hello again. Today we're going to continue looking at how different rules affect the shape. We have our original, and then again we have three rules that we're going to apply. In today's lesson, our rules involve adding or subtracting. Remember, when you're looking at how that affects the shape, you want to make sure that you're very specific so that we can see, well, if we change the x, what happens? If we change the y, what happens? So try and be as specific as possible as you go through this. For this, our first rule says x plus 4 and then comma y. So in this rule, you would add 4 to the x value and leave the y alone. So negative 3 plus 4 would be positive 1. And then we leave the y how it is. We do the same thing for our second. Negative 3 plus 4 would be positive 1. And then we leave our y alone. Our second rule says x, comma, y minus 3. So we leave x alone, and then we do our y value, which is our second number, minus 3. So in our first example, we leave x alone. And now we're going to do 1 minus 3, and we get negative 2. Remember that if you have a hard time adding and subtracting negative numbers, what we're trying to see is what effect this has on the shape. Not necessarily can you add and subtract negative numbers. So feel free to use your calculator if that will help you. On our second example, we leave x alone. So it stays negative 3. And then we do negative 1 minus 3, and we get negative 4. In our last example, rule 3, we added and subtracted from both numbers. So x minus 2, so we're going to do the first number minus 2, but then y plus 4. So we're going to do the second number plus 4. So negative 3 minus 2, we would get negative 5. And then 1 plus 4, we would get positive 5. We have negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5. Negative 1 plus 4 is 3. Remember to fill out the whole table before you move on to graphing. And each rectangle has its own spot. There's the original and rectangle 1 right here. And then there's spots for rectangle 2 and rectangle 3 on the next page.